What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here, from the quartering. Yikes! It's Monday morning for me here too. So I've been covering the Dr. Disrespect story as well as all the Last of Us 2 stuff, as well as everything in pop culture, entertainment, and so on in the past few weeks. I know a big chunk of my viewers aren't subscribed. Hopefully today will be the day I earn your subscription by clicking that little red subscribe button below. Bang that. Make sure you stay up to date on all the news. Now, there's some interesting developments in the Dr. Disrespect story. If you follow my coverage of it, I'm more interested in debunking what I know not to be true than to speculate as to what is true. I'm told from my sources is that we'll find out more today, concrete things. At minimum, we'll find out a big answer to one of the biggest theories going around Dr. Disrespect. But interesting developments on Sunday and early Monday. Now, we saw Dr. Disrespect tweet out on the 27th saying, Champions Club Twitch has not notified me for the specific reason behind their decision. Firm handshakes to all for the support during this difficult time. Dr. Disrespect. Now, obviously, everything that was going on last week was about outing guys that were creeps, essentially. And because of the ban and because of the timing, everyone just assumed that that's what was going on here. Now, we know that the doc had a weak moment a few years ago and stepped out. I'm not judging him for that. It happens. Has nothing to do with his ability to entertain and be a good streamer. But when you take that, coupled with everything that was going on last week, everyone just assumed that that's what it was. But the fact of the matter was nobody came out to publicly claim this. Now, the secondary theory was that it was a big female Twitch streamer who needed Twitch to protect their identity. They cared more about justice than clout, which I respect. You would also think that if that is the case, if Twitch promised to protect this person in exchange for the information, then they would have had all of the receipts, because you don't just ban a guy you just signed for $20 million over a spurious Reddit thread. Now, on top of that, we've seen nothing said by Twitch themselves. Twitch just said the generic, statement, hey, they were banned for terms of service violations. And Slasher did point out a good thing here, saying that, food for thought, Twitch does not issue specific reasons for streamers for permanent bans. Method Josh was banned following a report of bad behavior, and Twitch was never commented publicly or privately. Josh and Ice Poseidon were told other toss violations. So the implication here is that we may never actually know. We may never actually hear a comment from Twitch. Now, Slasher has claimed to know several times, and he backs up saying here, this is a good comment, yes, including the end. Why hasn't he gone public? This is about Slasher. Either he can't verify his source, or the information borders on defamation, and depending on Doc's public figure status, defamation per se, which means claims of an actual crime, and puts Slasher at risk for a lawsuit without hard evidence. The only other option is he can't protect his source by leaking the information. With all of that said, teasing just makes him look bad, like a clout chaser, no matter how right he's been in the past. If you can't say, don't say anything. Look, I empathize with Slasher in this regard. People are coming to him for information. He probably should not have teased, well, I know something, because, well, now you get this reaction. But the first part of this tweet is very realistic. If it is, bad behavior by Dr. Disrespect and not, he doesn't have the hard evidence to back it up, it's very dangerous to put that out there. It's rare to see actual integrity from a reporter. The other things is if, maybe his information is from the source directly, or if the only way to prove what he said is by outing the person themselves. This is a very reasonable reason to not give specifics. Oftentimes, when I talk about sources where I have information from, let's say, Blizzard or something like that, I purposely lie about the number of people that told me. I purposely lie about their gender. I put all sorts of misinformation out about my sources when I talk about them to protect them. Just because I think that more information is actually harder to debunk than just saying sources. Now, Rod has also come out. There was another big theme about the Brime. The Spotify gaming Twitter isn't real, and Brime is a rando streaming startup by some kid. You people are goldfish. Now, I made a video on Saturday talking about how Brime obviously they didn't have the backing, they didn't have the money, they didn't have anything that I could see that would indicate them being able to put out the $150+ million that it would take to steal away, Dr. Disrespect from a $20 million deal and bring Ninja and Shroud. There was one company, however, that I thought had the money because they are backed by Tencent. Nobody's talking about this company yet. I've poked at my sources inside the company. They haven't answered. But they've answered other questions I've asked. So who knows? That doesn't mean anything, but it's curious that they haven't said no to my questions about it. Now, the Brime controversy involving Dr. Disrespect, Ninja, and Shroud was that the three were going to go there. Is Dr. Disrespect joining Brime service? A cryptic statement made by one of Dr. Disrespect's live stream asking players to prepare for June 29th, which is today, adds more fuel to the fire. Monday, June 29th, is also the day when Brime's streaming service is scheduled to start answering questions about its operations. In addition, the official Twitter handle of Spotify gaming streaming services currently follows only a handful of users, and surprisingly, those are Dr. Disrespect, Ninja, and Shroud. Well, it's fake. It's fake. Here you have Paul Tassi reporting, streaming enigma Brime reveals it has nothing to do with Dr. Disrespect's Twitch ban. And if you see, it's not, they don't have, at least unless this is the best troll of all time, they don't seem to have any kind of corporate backing that could indicate they'd be able to make any kind of play. They don't even have a website. Brime is not a 4chan troll, nor is it a Spotify-backed streaming service that has poached some of the most popular streamers in the world. What it seems to me, in the wake of Mixer disasters, a few guys got together and had an idea to form their own streaming platform. These appear to be people without much of a technical background or financial support, but after the Disrespect ban, they were spun into the conspiracy through no fault of their own, and yet then decided they might as well play up the connection and be coy about everything until today, where they have amassed 70,000 followers. Why turn down free press? I'd agree with Paul here. That's exactly what I think happened. Now, I guess I don't blame them for riding the Doc ban wave, but yeah, it's a time to put an end to this. Brime is nothing more than the idea of a couple people who even managed to get a, quote, coming soon website up. I haven't even managed. I'd be surprised as trolls have snapped up the various Brime-related domain names in the wake of this, Brime.tv. The actual reason for Doc's ban likely remains serious based on everything we know and don't know about it so far. There's a reason no one is talking or leaking. Well, here's something else interesting. His sponsors are returning. His sponsors are returning. Does that mean that they know why? That Doc's told them why? Dr. Disrespect sponsors Game Fuel and Razer have reinstated the ad campaigns they ran in unison with the streamer, despite his mysterious Twitch ban. Both sponsors previously removed the campaigns from their site and social media pages, though they have now reappeared and caused further confusion among those still questioning why Twitch severed ties with the internet personality. Hey, maybe it was something personal. Maybe Dr. Disrespect guy said something to some Amazon bigwig at a party, and he took it personally. Who knows? But here's the interesting thing. His ban also led to sponsors seemingly dropping their affiliation with him. Game Fuel and Razer both removed banners promoting their campaigns with the streamer, seemingly in response to the Twitch ban. However, now both have been reinstated. Here's Game Fuel again, displaying its Dr. Disrespect banner, and here's the comparison between Dr. Disrespect's campaign page without it being removed. It's unclear why Game Fuel and Razer have both decided to once again promote their campaign with Dr. Disrespect with no official reason given by Twitch for his ban. Viewers have been left with little information. Now, is it possible that it was a knee-jerk reaction? They quick removed him because they're like, oh boy, something big's going to happen. And then since no information came out, they just put it back up. It's possible. Is it possible that they don't want to be held in breach of contract right now with Dr. Disrespect, given we don't have any information? Yep, that's possible too. Is it possible Dr. Disrespect told them why he was actually banned, and they decided that, well, okay, this is not, I don't know, not reason enough to cut our sponsorship? Yeah, that's possible too. But the fact is, if they knew the real reason he was banned, and if it was that bad, they would not have reinstated those ads. Now that Game Fuel and Razer are displaying their campaigns with Dr. Disrespect again, fans are again speculating about the nature of his ban. It's typical for sponsors to drop their affiliation with streamers who have been banned from the platform under controversial circumstances, but these sponsorships being removed and then promoted again shortly afterwards suggests that his ban is an unusual one. Again, it could just be because they have no idea. Dr. Disrespect has remained silent on a social media page since his ban, and I suspect we're going to see something come out today. Now, the 29th. The big reveal on the 29th. We don't know what that's about. Oh, one other thing. Slasher did go after Keemstar, saying Keemstar has been falsely accusing and harassing a woman for 3 years regarding Dr. Disrespect. That's an uncharitable representation of it, but whatever. Keem does no original reporting, he has no sources, and speculates on fake BS. Don't listen to Keem. Doc's tweet does not refute what I have reported. And then you see Ethan Klein like, what? Ethan immediately replies, oh, Keem gets in for 3 years. I hope you can back that up with his ongoing for 3 years. Yeah, I don't think so. He has made a few statements. You see Ethan Klein jumping right in. I'm blocked. What did he say? Jesus, Ethan, you look pathetic. Now, here's one thing that happened. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a... This is the 29th, all right? Sources. Today, Ubisoft will tease a new game, codenamed Prisma Dimensions, which is actually a new AAA fast-paced FPS Battle Royale from Ubisoft Montreal. Ooh, another Battle Royale. Oh, I'm so excited. Codenamed Hyperspace. Hyperspace is being built with streamers in mind in a full partnership with Twitch that Twitch with never seen levels of integration from a big game before. Twitch chat will be among the things that will be able to directly impact the game live with game-changing events. Now, is this the thing that they were talking about? Much like the launches of Valorant and Apex Legends, Ubisoft has invited hundreds of streamers, programmers, and YouTubers to get a first look at the game, and likely Game Press 2 will be releasing the first gameplay footage under embargo later this week. So is that what he was talking about? Certainly possible. Certainly likely that he would have been invited to check this game out. They would have had some sort of advertising deal with him. Is that what this is? Did it have nothing to do with alternate streaming platforms? It's difficult to say. I think that there is a lot of speculation out there right now, and as far as I can tell, all of it has been pretty much debunked. I'll continue to monitor this story until we get an official answer. I hope that you are enjoying the videos, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Looking forward to reading your comments in the comment section down below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.